Hi guys. I've been working on my live set for the past couple of weeks, and my classmate asked me to record a video of how I set it all up, and I thought it was an interesting idea because I never really thought about setting my own live set up. I just did it very spontaneously, and never really thought about the whole process behind setting it up. It just came together, and it was a mess. But this time I'm gonna do it more organized and right. So I'll take you through the process. And first things first, I'm gonna clear out this shitload of cables because it's a mess. Cables. These are some new cables I bought. They're just RCA cables with plugs. The reason I use these is because I'm using a DJ mixer right now, and I have a lot of stuff that needs to be transferred from RCA to plugs, and it's cheaper to buy these with the plugs, and you have more options of connecting than just to buy RCA plug cables. So, yeah, it was actually a budget decision, but I'm really happy I did because it's good. And the setup consists of two Volca keys, these two, my micro root, which is awesome, uh, my Electribe, which is also a really nice device, and the TR8 for the main drums because the Electribe is too limited. And these are my effects. They are really cheap, but they do the job quite well. I'm actually really happy with them. I pimped them up a little because the Behringer logo on them was very ugly, but I'm really happy with them. Um, so these are the cables. They they're very diverse because we just took out all the cables we could find in the house just to be able to connect it all. Like I said, we didn't really plan it, we didn't really think it through, but so I decluttered it all, laid them in order. So I just have a selection of cables. I have those patch cables here, which are really nice to patch my effects together. They can stay really close, and you don't get a clutter of cables. And my power supplies, which is a lot of power supplies. Yeah. I hooked all the power supplies up, and I thought I wouldn't bore you with the whole process of me sticking stuff into sockets. Just gonna skip through all the parts after I finish like a main part. And next is MIDI, which is this. My main clock is the TR8, which is yeah, quite logical. Then I don't know if it's logical, but that one goes into the Electribe, which goes through with a very long cable to my microbrute because that one has more options in connecting to other devices than one of the Volca keys. Um, and it doesn't have MIDI out, so that one was the last in my chain. I sing my Volca keys using my LFO. Yeah, it's not optimal, but I wasn't really happy with the gate or gate signal that because yeah, it just didn't really sync up that well, and this one just does the job without any latency, just perfect how it is. And yeah, the other vocal keys is linked by the sync out into its sync in. So yeah, it all runs perfect, which I'm really happy with. My other Volca keys had some problems because one of the active steps wasn't active by default, which made me think that it was running at a different tempo, which it wasn't. So that was really frustrating. I broke my brain over it for more than an hour. So finally got that figured out. One of the reasons that the TR8 is so great is because it has an audio through which you could sidechain. So it's so convenient because I can send the Electribe, which also has two audio ins, into it. So first thing I do is I take my microboot, send it through my Electribe, and then send it to the TR8, so I can sidechain the whole package at the same time, which is great. So I can sidechain two sources, and yeah, what I do, I put my mixer in front because yeah, I can EQ in real time. Before I would just use the audio faders of all the devices, but that was really tricky, especially if you only have two arms. But yeah, I don't really like the mixer because it makes me think that it has some panning problems on some channels. which I found out that it does have. Well, it's a big puzzle, but I finally solved it. The right vocal keys goes into an effect. From there, it goes straight into one of the mixer channels. Just like the other one, but that one goes through two effects. But then again, I could just change this up anytime I want. Then the microboot goes into two effects, which go into the electribe, which audio throughs that one to the TR8, and the TR8 goes with all the signal from everything into the return channel, because it's the only channel I really trust, and I don't use the effects on this thing. So yeah, that's not necessary. From there it goes master out into my Zoom recorder, which then goes to the speaker, which is really nice because I can record without a computer and without a sound card or anything. So it really, gives the illusion of freedom. Yeah. So yeah, I think this kind of concludes my video. I hope you guys like watching me set up this stuff. If you didn't like it, yeah, well, everybody his own thing, right? Okay, so one small addition I wanted to make. I added this keyboard so I can play